This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Gun balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello, welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 208. My name's Adam Patterson. Joining me today, we got Kevin Rakestraw on the mic. How you doing, Kevin?
Go pretty good.
We're also joined by Ryan Holes. What is happening? Hey, bud.
All right.
What movie do we have you watch this week?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Picked this in honor of Mother's Day coming out. So, there's several movies named Mother's Day. The first of which we had Ryan watch this week. Came out in 1980. This is a trauma movie, and it's directed by Charles Kaufman. I have a synopsis here. 3 female friends on a camping trip are kidnapped by a pair of brothers who take the women back to their home and brutalize them, all for the pleasure of their demented mother. So it sounds pretty much exactly like the new one that's coming out this week, from the sounds of it. Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about Mother's Day?
There's 3 women, and they grow every year they go to vacation together, and this particular year they decided to go camping in the middle of nowhere, and boy, does that turn out to be a bad decision.
Funny too, because they warn them. There's like multiple people that warn them, like, don't go there. It's dangerous. You should not go there.
Sounds famous.
They
And
just
they go anyway.
Yeah.
ignore everything.
And they also I think it's the second scene in the movie. These 2 younger, I assume they're like in their 20s. They pull this car aside, and after a while, they end up the mom is driving these 2 other people in this car because their car breaks down there in the middle of nowhere. So they're driving along. All of a sudden, this car breaks down. The mom, who's like 80, gets out, pops the hood, and starts looking under the car. Meanwhile, her 2 sons come and cut the guy's head off that is with them and take the girl and pretty much rape her right in front of their mom. And their mom just smiles and nods her head. And so anyway, these 3 girls decide to go camping at the same park. And they're eventually taken over by these 2. They're hillbillies, but they're like, I don't know how to explain it. They're very odd hillbillies. And yeah, I don't know how to better explain.
In what way do you think they're odd?
They're weird.
They're
like,
kind of like...
the way they act is weird.
They act like children, so they
Okay.
seem to be like learning disabled.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So these 3 girls are in the woods going to the campsite. And all of a sudden they get attacked by these 2. And they take them all and chain 2 of the women up in their basement. And take the 3rd woman to their bedroom to quote unquote have fun with her. So they're having fun and they almost kill her. And somehow the other 2 girls escape the basement. And then there is a montage. The 2 guys have this exercise regimen, and it's really just like they train like foot stabbing, potato sacks, and flour sack, and they immediately decide to leave the girls alone and just go outside and do this with their mom. And meanwhile, the girls escape the basement, go up and find the half-dead third girl, and take her outside, take her away from all of this, and she does. So they strap up, the guns and weapons they possibly can, and go back and try to murder everyone. And then the sister of the mother comes out and attacks the girls after they have their revenge. And that's the end of the movie.
Mm.
I know it doesn't make much sense, but
And actually,
watching it
Made
didn't
perfect
make
sense to
much.
me.
I was gonna say of all the movies where you've kind of given us a rundown, this one made the most
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Like I could follow from point A to point B.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward to me. So what'd you think of this?
It wasn't a good movie, but it's kind of entertaining to watch it one time.
I
Just
actually
once.
agree. As far as trauma movies go, I mean, when you hear the trauma name, you immediately think, "Oh God, this is going to be the worst thing ever." But this was one of the really early ones, and it's not like their other movies at all.
Not absolutely terrible.
No, I mean it's not good, but it's not on the same level as Class of Nukem High or something like that. I mean, I like Class of Nukem High, but I realize that it's absolutely awful. It's just different. It's got a different tone to it. It doesn't go for like the gross out stuff. It's more of like a straight up horror movie.
Okay.
But the blood effects, they're still terrible.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It looks like fucking red paint. What they're playing.
Oh, they got the red paint blood going on?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that shit.
It's like a totally different shade of blood. And it just looks like red paint.
That's my favorite in old movies where, like the color doesn't even match. And even like the viscosity of the blood is nothing like real blood.
yeah, it's
I
like
just-
nothing even close.
Yeah,
like all
I
of those
love-
Italian horror movies from
Oh
the
my God,
70s and
it's-
80s.
It's so amazing. I
All
love
of
it.
them did that kind of blood.
And there's like, which one? I think it's like Sisters De Palma's movie. It's almost like orange. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
I don't think so.
It looks orange. It's like Campbell's tomato soup.
Didn't
Ridiculous.
you just send out a tweet earlier this week of a guy that had the red
Oh,
paint
that-
gun?
Yesterday. Yeah, that was an Italian movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, he got shot. And of course, and I love that. That was my other favorite thing about movies is like anytime someone would get shot in the chest or the stomach or something, they would immediately spit up blood. Like immediately.
Yeah, it would immediately start coming out of the mouth.
So that's what was going on with that guy.
All right, so you didn't hate Mother's Day. Tell us a little bit more about your thoughts on the movie.
It just seemed it seemed not well put together. And like there's one scene when they're escaping the house and they have sleeping bag. What do they call it? Sleeping bag, like I guess they're just the total sleeping bag. But one of them wraps themselves up and the other one lowers herself or lowers this girl to the ground from the second floor. Now, first of all, she's lowering with like a fucking piece of yarn. There's no way that piece of rope or whatever it was would be able to handle the weight of a human being. Second of all, while she's being lowered, the rope cuts her hands like fishing line would. But it like takes like it goes halfway through her hand and then fake blood comes in.
Well, I mean, if the rope's sliding through her hands, it would. cut her up.
Yeah, that would tear your shit up.
But I do remember that scene, and I remember that it's not sliding through her hands. She's just lowering her, and all of a sudden her hands just start bleeding profusely.
She's just very frail. Thin skin. Very thin.
To me, this movie is kind of like, I'm sure that it was cashing in on the success of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a lot like that movie. It's kind of a mashup between Texas Chainsaw Massacre, maybe even Deliverance, where it's this weird backwoods family living in a really creepy house, and they, go after this group of girls. It's definitely got a Texas Chainsaw vibe, but it's really goofy at times too, almost like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and it's
they got some comedic elements in there.
Well, I don't know if you'd call them that. I mean, they're supposed to be, but not sure if it works.
The storyline is very loose. Like if something happened, I don't know. Throughout the movie, when something needs to happen, it does. That makes sense.
So it just seems like it's kind of lazy script writing, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that seems odd that it would be, because it kind of seems like the narrative is so basic.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
Wouldn't be that difficult to pull off. It's you wouldn't have to do that much work, I wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think so. I remember they deliberately made the girls really, really unlikable too. Like they were just horrible, horrible people.
And I really like when they're first walking through the woods, they make a trail of beer cans.
Yeah, they just throw beer cans on the ground.
There's 3 of them, and there's literally a beer can every 3
It's like 500 empty beer cans.
First of all, I don't know where they're getting them.
They have a giant garbage bag full of empty beer cans.
They have magical pockets for beer. It's just replenished.
Well, I remember there was a scene early on when they would go to that general store, and the two of the girls have shopping bags over their heads, like paper like grocery bags. And
they're walking through the woods with them.
And they go into the general store, and first of all, they barge in so fast that the guy cuts his hand open because the shopkeeper or whatever, he's trimming his nails with a Bowie knife or something, and he cuts his hand, and they act so horrific. They basically destroy his shop and then leave. Even though he's like, don't go there, I'm warning you. Then they're like, all right, well, we'll just trash his fucking shop.
Oh, jeez.
They're terrible. Those girls are terrible.
I like reading some of the goofs and the trivia for this movie. Apparently there's a caption that reads Chicago at the beginning of the film, but the doorman clearly states that they're in New York.
Yeah, they're supposed to be in New York because the one girl I think lives in New York, and then they have a meeting in New Jersey for some reason to go on their trip. It's weird. It's a weird movie. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
And I like the trivia. Prior to filming, a dead body was found in the house used in the film.
Nice. Let's see. I'm going to look at some of these other goofs. What? Continuity. The Dauber's socks when he strips on the baseball field?
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty terrible. There's one dude that trips in the baseball field at night, and he starts fucking something, and they turn all the lights on in the whole baseball stadium and start yelling at him over the loudspeaker to embarrass him.
I like this one that says boom mic visible. When the old man is talking to the girl whose mammoth left breast takes up the right side of the screen, the boom mic drops into the front of the frame. Oh. Her mammoth left breast takes up the right side of the screen.
Absolutely mammoth.
I don't remember that part. In the
Yeah, I
movie.
don't remember uneven boobs.
Interesting. All right, let's talk about the director here, Charles Kaufman, or as I like to call him, Charlie Kaufman.
Who's him?
He really hasn't done much. So, in addition to Mother's Day, he previously directed a film called The Secret Dreams of Mona Q. After that, he did When Nature Calls in 1985, and then a film called Jakarta in 1988. When Nature Calls. This is another trauma movie from the looks of it, and it looks like it's about a woman, a Gone with the Wind-esque poster, but it's a woman with a bear.
Is it a man bear?
It looks like a man bear. He's wearing a collared shirt.
Oh, are you telling me a bear with a collared shirt on, like a polo or something? Is that what you're telling me?
It's like a button down, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? That sounds amazing.
The tagline is "You've Gotta Go." So the title is When Nature Calls, You Gotta Go.
Oh my god.
When construction worker Greg becomes fed up with his foreman and the city life, he takes his wife and kids on a wilderness adventure.
I really hope that Greg is a bear in that button-down shirt.
I don't know. This one might be available. For those of you interested in checking out Mother's Day, it is available for free on YouTube. Troma has a lot of their movies streaming on YouTube, and Mother's Day is one of them. Maybe When Nature Calls is another one. I don't know.
I would like to point out that David Strathairn is in When Nature Calls.
Oh, nice.
Just a heads up.
Nice.
Just a heads up.
Looks like this other movie he did, Jakarta.
There's Chris Noth in it.
Yeah. CIA agent roams the streets of New York, haunted by the death of a beautiful woman he fell in love with while on assignment in Jakarta.
That actually sounds like a movie.
Yeah, I mean, this one looks like
Movie.
it's somewhat legitimate. I don't know. That's pretty much all he did. He has some writing credits. He wrote several episodes of Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters.
Nice.
Yeah. He did. It looks like he did almost all of the episodes of Dennis the Menace, the cartoon show, and that's pretty much it. He did an episode of Alien Nation, writing wise. That's it. Not so he didn't do too much. And it should be noted that in 2010 they did remake Mother's Day, and Rebecca De Mornay played the mother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw
see
it, but I don't remember anything about it. Jamie King was in it. I know that. And Frank Grillo and Sean Ashmore, but I don't remember if I liked it or not. Apparently, I wrote a review or a little blurb on Rotten Tomatoes for this that says that it's better than the original, but it's still nothing to talk about, which I don't even remember writing. So cool.
That was a good sign.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for Charles Kaufman. Do you want to talk about any other thoughts on Mother's Day before I give you your drum roll, Ryan?
Worth watching at least once.
All
At
right.
least
Comedic value.
so you definitely wouldn't watch it a second time though.
No.
Okay.
Good to know.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and give you your drum roll on this one, Ryan. What do you give Mother's Day?
3.
That's a 3 out of 10. It's the way you were talking. It seems like it'd be a little higher than that.
I'm just so confused by how he does things because there's so many times where we have those terrible movies that he'll watch like twice in one day, and
I just watch them so I can talk about them better.
But then this one, it sounds like it wasn't that bad, and you kind of enjoyed it, but you're hitting it with the 3.
I enjoyed the funny parts. And
Now, did you know this because you laughed out loud?
huh?
Did you know this because you laughed out loud?
At the beer can scene I did.
Now,
And also when they rape the girl and the mother smiles and just acts like it's completely normal.
she encourages it. If she, because I remember that when they get the 3 girls and they pick the one, and they play like those games, those like dress up games where they kind of role play, and it just starts off with her being, what was she? She was like sitting on a park bench or something, reading a book, and she gets attacked. And it starts off as this kind of role play thing, but it just eventually devolves into the one guy just grabbing her and throwing her on the ground and raping her.
And then by raping her, he just stops, and they go on to the next scene.
Yeah, and the mom's like loving it. She's like clapping, and she's really into it. It's when you think about it, it's a pretty fucked up movie.
Yeah, I don't think you had to think about it that much to come to the
yeah, that's true.
conclusion that's fucked up.
Yes, I digress. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. And the lady that plays the mom, I thought did a pretty good job of being a creepy old lady.
Yeah,
she wears one of those neck braces the whole time. What was her name? I don't know what her name was.
Beatrice Pons.
Beatrice Pons, yeah. She played the mother.
Apparently, her name, she's credited as Bruce Ross.
Well, it's like everyone has different names.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
weird.
Originally credited.
Yeah, like Frederick Coffin was Holden McGuire. Michael McCleary was Billy Ray McQuaid.
They didn't want to have their real names accredited to this.
And that might be true. I don't know. It's interesting.
I know I wouldn't if I was.
Especially
if they were just like non-actors and they're just like helping out a friend of theirs.
Yeah. Well, apparently the film was shot for $115,000.
Damn, how'd they get that much money? Where did they get it from?
I'm guessing maybe Troma. No. Well, it says Troma is listed as a production company, so my guess is Troma gave them some money. And it looks like they had a couple other production companies, Duty Productions and Saga Films. So they got some money. Interesting. So what do you think about this new Mother's Day, Ryan? Are you interested in that?
Nope.
Sure.
Gary Marshall?
Nope.
What if I told you that Jennifer Aniston was in it?
Nope.
Kate Hudson?
Nope.
Julia Roberts?
Nope.
Timothy. Timothy Oliphant.
Nope.
I prefer Timothy.
I like all these people, but this is gonna be like that Valentine's Day movie, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think Gary Marshall did do Valentine's Day, didn't he?
Yeah, he did Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'm not in that at all.
New Year's Eve got a 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. Valentine's Day got an 18%. It looks like Gary Marshall is one of the worst directors ever. I'm sorry to say. He directed Exit to Eden in 1994. That got a 6%. Like, almost all of his movies are considered rotten. I think he did A League of Their Own. That got a 77. And that was one of his highest rated movies.
I'd say either that or Pretty Woman, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, what did Pretty Woman get? 62. Pretty Woman got a 62. Frankie and Johnny got a 78. And those he did one called The Flamingo Kid, that got an 88. And that's it. Those were the only.
That's it. Those are the only ones.
He acted in Soap Dish, but yeah, those are the only ones that were fresh. All the rest rotten.
Gary Marshall.
You should just stick with acting.
So Ryan wants nothing to do with Gary Marshall's Mother's Day.
No.
What if it involved an old woman? What if it was the same movie as a remake of this one?
And yeah, they didn't tell you yet.
Same cast.
They've been faking it this entire time.
But Jennifer Aniston plays the mother, and her sons are played by Jason Sudeikis and Timothy Oliphant.
No.
I would see that. And they kidnap Kate Hudson and Julia Roberts.
There you go. Margot Martindale.
Yeah, Marco. Oh, okay. Well, then she's the mother, clearly.
Oh, you think? I think it would be better if she wasn't the mother.
I think it'd be better, but I think that she would definitely be cast as the mother for sure.
I guess.
Her character's name is Flo in this movie. Can you think of a more stereotypical Margot Martindale character name than Flo?
And I wonder if she plays an aunt and they make a joke. God, I hope they don't.
Probably not.
I could see Gary Marshall doing that, though.
I could see her playing a sweet waitress at a diner.
I could see that, too.
I'd be willing to bet that's what she is. And John Lovitz is in it, and he plays Jackie Byrne.
Jennifer Garner's in this as well. John Lovitz.
Yeah, I'll be skipping this one, definitely.
Most definitely, yes.
Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts, Ryan, on Mother's Day or Mother's Day?
Nope.
Would you rather watch the 1980 one over the 2016 one?
No. How about this? Because you said you only watch it once. Would you rather watch Mother's Day for a second time or the new one?
Probably the old one for a second time.
Wow.
I think I'd probably agree with you on that one.
I probably watched Mother's Day 1980 for the first time.
It's probably a lot more entertaining and a lot more fun to watch than this new one.
I mean, it sounds terrible, but Gary Marshall's Mother's Day sounds even worse.
It's terrible, but you have that so bad it's good vibe happening. You know, you get a couple drinks.
Well, I would also like to point out that Mother's Day is 2 hours long.
Ugh.
Gary Marshall's Mother's Day is 2 hours long.
They need that time. They need that time to interweave those stories.
Well, you got 3 generations going together. I mean, they're coming together in the week leading up to Mother's Day. Gotta weave those generations. I like how there's not even a plot to it. It's just 3 generations come together in the week leading up to Mother's Day. That's it.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's all you need to know. And I hope that it's just 2 hours of build up to Jason Sudeikis showing up with flowers. Like, hi, Mom. And he's like, I gotta go. I'm sorry, Mom. I gotta go. I'm really busy. Gotta go. And he stays for like 2 minutes.
It's like real life Mother's Day.
Yeah, where he sends flowers like 3 days later and calls her on his cell phone on his lunch break, and he's just like, I'm really sorry.
Or it cuts to him sending an email to his mom from work.
just shooting her on his smoke break. Happy Mother's Day. XOXO.
And they show him going to like one of those flower sites online, ordering flowers to be delivered to her.
That's it. 2 hours of that.
That I might see. That I might check out. Because it sounds really experimental and odd.
Yeah, it's just 2 hours of his workday leading up to that first 15-minute break.
Oh, God. Oh, it's amazing. Again, you can watch the 1980 version of Mother's Day on YouTube from Troma's channel. I guess if you just type in Troma Entertainment, or probably just Mother's Day 1980, it'll pop up there, and you can watch that along with a whole bunch of other Troma movies. I totally forgot that they did that, where they have like a whole shitload of their movies available for free in HD on YouTube. Pretty cool that they decided to go that route. Any final thoughts, Ryan, before we close this out?
Nope.
All right, there you have it. Remember, you can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegsDon'tWork. And if you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page. Patreon.com/FilmPulse is the address. Consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson, and we will see you next week.
See you later.